Hello, you beautiful people. Me again. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, comment. Trying to improve on this YouTube thing here. One day at a time, though. But anyway, look. I know you remember Netscape, right? You know that little search engine? Okay. Remember AOL? Okay. What about Internet Explorer? Remember them? See this search engine browser war in the tech industry is competitive. So, you know, year after year, you know, you have to, like every 6 months or every 4 months, you know, you got to keep updating your search your search engine, you know, because of the competition. You know, and competition is fun and competition is fierce, but you have to maintain your edge in this search engine browser market. Listen to this. Says here, Firefox web browser has lost 46 million users. Firefox lost 46 million. Firefox, you know, the search engine web browser. You know, they lost 46 million users, and that's a lot when it comes to search engine. When it comes to the search engine market, so it goes like this. Although Mozilla Firefox remain a steady competitor to Google Chrome, the web browser has lost over 46 million users in 3 years. Mozilla launched Firefox way back in 2002, and it immediately gained traction, but that popularity is slowing down in recent years. According to a recent report, Mozilla Firefox is bleeding users. A website called It's False recently pointed out the downward trajectory of Firefox web browser found in its public data report. According to the report, nearly 46 million active monthly users have opted to abandon Firefox in order to use a different internet browser. In many cases, these users are moving to Google Chrome, but some are opting for other internet browsers. It says, according to a Firefox data report, active monthly users of Firefox desktop client at the end of 2018 were about 244 million. This number plummeted to 198 million users in the second quarter of 2021. This significant decrease in Firefox users show how long it took for the web browser to lose 46 million users. That means you got to keep your search engine up to date. In 2008, Firefox was responsible for 30% of all the usage, with Internet Explorer accounting for around 60%. Today, Google Chrome accounts for 65% of Internet users, with Firefox and Edge sitting at around 3%, with significant less traffic than Google Chrome. Mozilla Firefox may be looking for solutions to the fleeting user base. That means remember when I was always talking about gaming. You know what? Let me save that thought. Let me keep going here. It says here, Firefox report covers internet usage across desktop consoles and mobile devices. Most Apple devices stick with Safari browsers. Android device features Google Chrome browser, and Microsoft products default to Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer. Firefox fans in many cases have to go out of their way to download the internet browser compared to some alternative. Many Firefox users left the internet browser for an alternate for an alternative. When Mozilla released the Firefox 89 user interface overhaul, which significantly changed the browser, Firefox still remains the closest internet browser competition to Google Chrome. But the significant user decrease threatens to change that. And then it says here, some Firefox monthly active users have complained about performance issues in the internet browser that haven't been addressed over the years. Progressively more websites are opting for Google Chrome, making that internet browser a more ideal place to visit them. These optimization could be working against Firefox as its competition being lifted up. The biggest Firefox user drop, according to the public data report, was in May 2018, but users have been steadily leaving the web browser since. This significant drop in active monthly users hasn't changed Firefox's place as the second most popular internet browser, but it could lead to change. And then last paragraph here says that while Mozilla Firefox is bleeding monthly users, it still has a long way to go before it's at Microsoft Edge numbers. Mozilla may be looking at ways to improve the internet browser to more effective compete with others. No, I mean, let me read that again. It says Mozilla may be looking at ways to improve the internet browsers to more effectively compete with others, but some users may not return. Some Firefox users are worried that Google Chrome will eventually have a monopoly on the internet browsing, but some competition will likely always remain. You know. Remember when I was telling you guys when it comes to first person. Remember when I was telling you guys about first person shooters? How you have to maintain your edge, you have to maintain your tempo, you got to be speed, you got to have speed, you got to have reaction time and all that. It's the same thing with this internet browser search engine market. You have to maintain your edge, you have to maintain your tempo, and you have to maintain speed. And you have to continuously updating your internet browser to keep your base secure. Now, of course, some people might leave, but that shouldn't stop you from updating your internet browser. And this is what's going on here with Firefox. You have to keep updating. You have to keep up with the times, and the demand of today. And when you make changes, make sure it is based off. Make sure it is based off the customer feedback. Not just corporate. Not just corporate want to update the internet browser, but make sure you have a community that give you feedback on what they want to see change. And I think that's what's going on here with Firefox, because to have here, let me go back down here, to have 244 million users, and then that dropped from 244 to 196. That means that's huge, and you have to start try to hold on to your base before you lose more people. That's a significant drop off when it comes to the tech industry. If you got an internet browser out there on the market and you have 244, and you lose about, let's see here, about 46 million out of 244, oh yeah, that means that mean you need to take things more seriously, and start like making changes, because if the competition has 60%, and I mean 65%, and you only got 3%, that mean that mean the one with the 65% is just like chugging away, just eating away at your user base, and then you got to sit there and try to hold the fort down before you get swallowed up by the one with the 65%. It's really competitive in this this browser search engine market. It's really competitive, and you have to maintain your edge. You have to maintain your speed, and you have to update your internet browser every month or every month. You know, just to keep your base happy, and your updates have to be based off what the community is saying about the browser. You know, it can't just be corporate alone making changes. You got to have a community of people that's giving you feedback of what they like, what they don't like about your search engine, and then you make your changes based off the your user base feedback. You know, and that's what Firefox is dealing with right now. You know, because if you decide to stop listening to your community, then they're gonna start looking for better options. You know, and you can see it happening now, because I mean Google right now are responsible for 65%, and you and Microsoft is fighting over 3%. Yeah, it's time to start taking things serious, man. You know, you have to keep up with the times when it comes to the, you know, when it comes to this tech stuff. You have to keep up with the times, and you have to listen to your community, your user base. You know, and then make the changes based off the feedback that you get. You know, and then go from there. And if you don't listen to them, they're gonna be like this, walking away, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 5 by 5, 10 by 10. Yeah, when you lose 46 million users out of 244 million, yeah, danger. You're in the danger zone. Okay, you're in the danger zone. Now, if you'd have lost 3 million, okay, fine. 4 million, okay, fine. 5, okay, fine. But now when you start getting into double digits, like 10, and then 20, and then 30, and then 40, oh yeah, now we got a problem. So 46 million users, man, that's a lot of people. And the heads at Firefox, at Mozilla right now, have to be scratching their heads like, okay, how do we keep our base together? Yeah. The way to keep your base together is like listening to your user base. You know, listen to your user base. You know, and your user base is trying to save you the headaches. You know, you might come out with a product. You build a product, but your users might know more about it than you. Even though you build it, your users might know more about it. And your users might be sitting there giving you feedback like, okay, you need to make change here, you need to make change here, here. And if you're listening to your user base, good. But the moment you stop listening to them and you get big headed and you think you can do what you want to do, oh yeah, you're gonna fall. You're heading into the fire, because now you're on your own. Okay, because basically you're saying, oh, I can do this without my users. You need your user base when it comes to this tech industry. You have to listen to them, you know, because they're the one that's using your product, and they're letting you know what you need to do to make changes. Like I keep telling people about the Wii U when I do Wii U videos. I told them that building the Switch was a waste of time, and it is. You see what they're trying to do with the Switch. They're trying to move everything, trying to build this. They're trying to build a virtual console when they already have one. That's not listening to your user base. Your user base that had the Wii U was telling you, Don't mess with. Just refresh the thing. We need to use the GameCube, and they refuse to listen. So now they're paying for it. So that's how it is in this tech industry. You have to listen to your user base, because your users, even though they use the product more than you do, you might be dealing with the business side of Firefox and updates and all that, but your users is giving you feedback, and then you have to take that data that they give you and say, okay, we need to make the change. We're going to take these feedback and apply it to the internet search engine, and that's how you survive this crazy market. You have to listen to your user base. If you don't, you're in trouble as a tech company. You have to, because your user base is the foundation that you have, man. Your user base is your foundation, so you have to listen to them. If you don't listen to them, and now you're sitting here fighting over Google has 65%. Google 65%, and you're fighting over 3. Why you think Microsoft update their operating systems all the time? Just imagine if Microsoft would have sat there and sit on Windows 98 alone and didn't move. They would have been bankrupt. Okay? So they keep updating their operating system to keep up with the time, because the time change, population change, everything changes, so they have to keep up with the time. That's why they keep coming out with these new operating systems all the time, to maintain that edge that they have in that software market. If they decide to stop updating Windows, they in trouble. Okay, so that's how it is with this internet browser market. You have to maintain your edge, and you have to keep up with the times. And you have to listen to your user base, because if you don't listen to your user base, they're gonna start walking away. Okay, it's like you're saying to them, "Oh, we don't care about you or what you think." So they're like, "Okay, you're not listening to us? Okay, fine. We're gonna go somewhere else." And then when we leave, now you might appreciate us. But when you lose 46 million users, yeah, that's danger. Losing 1 or 2 million is one thing, but when you get into double digits and the number keep getting higher, oh yeah, you got a huge problem. You got a problem on your hands that you need to fix ASAP. Yep. So that's how it is in this market, man. You got to listen to your user base. Right now Microsoft is coming out with Windows 11, and Microsoft is saying, okay, we're coming out. The reason why they're updating Windows is because of network security, and keep up with the steady flow of the internet. So they're saying like, oh, you got to have a TPM module on your desktop in order to run Windows 11. So as a user, you have to change with the times, man. You can't sit back there like, oh no, we ain't gonna change. No, you have to change. So Microsoft every time Microsoft comes out with a Windows operating system, is because of the feedback they get from their user base. Microsoft listen to their community, so they're like, okay, all right, fine, we'll make the changes, and they'll let you know in the next operating system what changes is coming, and that's how they roll. And that's why they stay on top of the software market with Windows, because they listen to that user base. But with Mozilla, they got to do the same thing. They have to listen to their user base, man. They have to. If they don't, goodbye. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is in this tech industry, man. You have to listen to your user base, and if you don't, you will go belly up. When you lose 46 million users, man, that is serious. Like I said, losing 1 million or 2, that's one thing. But when you start to get into the double digit, and that double digits start climbing, and they get past 10, and then they go past 15, and they get past 20, oh yeah, we got a problem. So yeah. And that is what Mozilla is, the guys over at Mozilla is dealing with right now. They got to fix this issue, stop the bleeding, so to speak. Anyway, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box with this article so you can look at it. And nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing, or dark side. Gone. Peace. Don't forget to hit the like button and comment. Peace.